howdy y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and I hope everyone had a great International Scrapbook Day. I was able to crank out a few pages that I did not record me doing, but I did manage to use up some more of the shakers and flowers and all that stuff. So I thought I would just show y'all what I did. I did take on a few challenges from Bash Your Scrapbook Stash group. They had a bunch of different challenges. The first one that I did was you had to take a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and just do nothing but washi tape, and then you had to create two layouts and two cards using that one sheet of washi taper. So this was my first layout that I did, and pretty much I was able to use up the shaker I'd made, and of course I put my favorite flowers on it that's close to my heart. The In Full Bloom scrapbooking set is, I don't think it's no longer available. I used the Simple Stories and some Vicky Bouton washi tape, and they paired perfectly together. And I pretty much, since I had to create two layouts and two cards out of one piece, I gutted the center of it, and I just did a little bit of mixed media smooshing and all that, and I stamped it out. I added this because I liked it, how it looked different, because it had a little water added to it. So I just stamped my stamp in it and stamped it on there. But that was my first layout that I did. And this was my second one that I made using the washi. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm in frame. This is a piece of the gutted out part I just put behind here. And this is a picture of me doing my best detective impression for an online mystery crop that I participated in January, that Life is Art with Monica puts on. And she is wonderful. She does a monthly crop every month online, and it's free. And it's awesome. I will link her page below. But I didn't use up any of the things really I'd created other than the flowers that I did and fussy cut. This one was really simple. I did use up this scrap. This is something where I had punched circles out of the little extra piece, so I put it on there, did a little bit of mixed media, and added a few things from the Simple Stories. I think it's Vintage Lemon Twist line is what all the other extras came from in these. And this is the two cards that I made. And I had used a die cut and cut out this little square B frame, but it was too big and it was covering up all the washi paper that I worked so hard to make. So I cut it in half and actually put it on two cards, and I think they turned out really cute. So that one was that. The next one, we were challenged to do a Frankenboard. So I had never done one before, and this is totally not my style whatsoever. And I'm not even sure that I 100% like this. I think just because it is so far out of my comfort zone. But pretty much creating a Frankenboard is just taking leftover scraps that's all different sizes and attaching them to a 12 by 12 paper and using it as the background, not cutting it up or anything like that, but just using it. So I had a stamp that had these little X's on it, and I took and just went around and stamped all of it to make it kind of look like it was sewn on. And I used a stamp. I used a little few pieces from different things. I did use a shaker and two of the flowers that I made in previous videos. And this is just a picture of my garden. In March, I created a whole new little garden room out of used materials. I have a pond that I built out of an old bathtub, and my husband repurposed a bed frame and made me a bench, and I still need to stain it, but I dug up some plants, and I planned on making a walkway on through, but I haven't done it yet. And now it's like grown up waist high with flowers that have come up over there, so it's like crazy town, and I need to be out weeding instead of scrapbooking, but you know, you gotta take it where you can take it. Okay, this was the other layout that I did. It was also from the challenge on Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. And I was able to use up a flower that I'd made. This was some fussy cut flowers out of, this is one of the clusters that I did. And I fussy cut the flowers and added the other things. But this is one of the cluster embellishments that I made in another video I was able to use up. But the challenge for this one, I'm not exactly happy with it either. I think just because I don't like bright, it's not me. But the challenge was to either use alphabets or numbers as your background for at least half of your page. And it had to be like either stenciled on, use paint to stamp it, or whatever. Like you couldn't just, put letters on your page and call it good. You had to actually create a background. So I did. I cut out Fun in the Sun and the little suns on my Cricut. And then pretty much I just used my Distress Oxides and just took my little blenders and blended it on. And the same thing with the little sun. On a piece of pattern background. So it's a little bit out of my style, but these are some more of our Florida pictures whenever we went to Universal, me and my daughter Brooke. And then the last one was you had to completely stencil a background. And I was able to use up quite a bit of swap stuff. I didn't use anything that I've shown created, but every single thing was swap items, and I'm not sure who made what. And I'm not sure that I really love this page, but I do love the story behind it. And I feel like that's what it's all about, is like telling your story. But this is my long distance bestie, Judy. And of course me. And I had texted her and asked her, hey, what's up? And she sent me this picture of her holding her grandbaby, Hudson. And I don't have permission to put him on YouTube, so I covered up his face. And she sent me this picture of her holding him asleep. And it was funny because I had my granddaughter Vivian, and she was also asleep. So I snapped a picture and sent it back to her and was like, hey, me too. And they're both only a month apart, which is really fun. But like I said, she lives about 6 hours away from me. But it was sweet that we were, 6 hours away from each other, but we were doing the exact same thing. So I stenciled the background. You had to use 3 different stencils in 3 different colors was the challenge. And that was a real challenge for me because I'm not good at mixed media and stenciling and all that stuff. But I had fun doing it. And that is all that I got accomplished for the whole weekend. It seems like every time I wanted to sit down and scrapbook, something else would come up, and that's just life. The only other thing is I have been working on some more tickets for multiple swaps, but I've now done these, which are really cute, with the little mouse sleeping on the mushroom. And I did these, and the little mouse is in a boot. and the other ones are sleeping. I thought that was so sweet. I got a few new stamp sets in from Temu, so I have been playing. I did this one with the garden theme. Let's see. Here's a different mouse. I did it with the flowers in purple. And I love that y'all have been tagging me in y'all's tickets that y'all made. Like, it's been such an inspiration for me to see what you guys have created. Like, it's been super fun. The little mice with the mushroom, I was inspired because Monica, that I was talking about that hosts the crop, she sent me a message saying that she took and made some tickets, and she had used mushrooms, and I thought it was just the most adorable little thing, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can find something. So then I did, and I'm really happy with how they turned out, and I hope everyone that gets one in the swap over on Ginger's Corner loves them. And I can't wait to see how you use them and what you've made. And like always, thank y'all for stopping by. Like and subscribe. I'm so excited that y'all are here and that y'all are leaving me comments, and I would love to hear any suggestions for future videos, because I literally feels like my brain is just dried up. It's getting to be springtime, and I live in Poland City. Like, allergies are so bad right now. But it's almost time for me to be outside for most of the summer, because I love being out in my garden and my yard. And so I probably won't make as many videos in the future during the summer. But I will craft as time allows. So talk to y'all later. Thanks. Bye, y'all.